Hey everyone, and welcome to my review of Bloody Cross Manga Chapter 13. So this chapter starts out with Tsukimiya talking to herself about the second volume of God's Book of Prophecy called Da-At, which could lead her to finding out basically more information about the new brand on her chest and maybe how to get rid of it even. We then come to a scene with Tsukimiya, Hanebira, Nao, and Suzuki talking with each other, and Suzuki explaining in a comical fashion that they need to capture the Book of Da-At as quickly as possible, but that it's been corrupted and won't ever go back to the way that it previously was, whatever the fuck that means. We then get a better look into Tsukimiya's and Suzuki's disdain towards each other. Tsukimiya explains that if they got the Book of Da-At, that another fallen angel would likely show up. That's followed by Tsukimiya basically ordering Suzuki to take care of it, in which he insults her by saying that she's so weak and that she should be able to take out a fallen angel like that, which of course leads Hanebira to stating the obvious that they really don't get along that well. Yeah, I think we knew that already. Nao then interrupts their quarrel, stating that the second volume of the Book of Prophecy, Da-At, will be held in the school's gymnasium, the school where it's held at, apparently, all of a sudden now, I guess, whatever. And Suzuki says that they'll have it out at 11 o'clock sharp. After that, Tsukimiya gets a text. A text. With a regular ass cell phone? Huh. Now, this is something I want to point out here real quick first. Kind of minor, so I won't try to go off on too big of a tangent here, but you'd think that angels and demons and half-breeds would have some sort of like telepathic or magical way to communicate with each other. Not regular ass cell phones you can find in real fucking life. There's nothing realistic about this manga except for the cell phones. Huh. Okay. If you say so, I guess. Anyways, the text was actually from Hinata, who texted this, and I quote, the quote's right over here. Arconda has you marked. Don't get too involved in this. This time, it's better if you stay put. Yeah. Now, this really worries Tsukimiya quite a bit, reasonably, to the point where she thinks that Hinata is the one who has the hit out on her, even going as far as to think that he really is connected to Arconda. Then, after one more comedic scene with Nao's love for Tsukimiya and Tsukimiya's rejection towards Nao, they both set out together. Finally. Once they finally get to the school, they realize that someone put a barrier up around it, and Tsukimiya figures that it was Satsuki who did it, definitely reasonably so. In order to help them get inside, Nao uses a spell to summon a pig, which Tsukimiya has great disdain for at first. A pig, huh? Well, at least this looks like it's going to get unique, I guess. I don't know. The two are then met by Masano, a member of Arconda that we've met before. Now, that of course leads to a brief fight scene in which Nao and Tsukimiya fights 2-on-1 against Masano, and somehow he still manages to get the upper hand on both of them. In response to this difficult battle of theirs, Nao suggests that Tsukimiya moves on ahead and that he'll cover for her, to which Tsukimiya responds that they're a real team now and that they shouldn't abandon each other this time. I'm really interested to see how long that's gonna last. We then cut to Suzuki and Hanebira entering the school some other way, in which Hanebira complains to Suzuki that the latter took out the enemies too quickly. Once they enter, they come across an unconscious Tsukimiya, wakes her up, who then responds by saying that she thinks that Nao is still in the illusionary space where they fought Masano, because Masano created an illusionary space where no one else could enter and interrupt their battle, basically. Which was pretty tactful, I must say. I'll have to give this chapter that. That's pretty tactful of Masano there. Tsukimiya then, suspiciously, tells Tsuduki to take the Book of Prophecy for himself, getting Tsuduki suspicious that she's not the real Tsukimiya for obvious reasons. Tsuduki's also able to deduce that they're not in the real gym either, and that it's instead just an illusion created by Satsuki. Tsukimiya is then revealed to actually be Momose, who revealed that if they would have grabbed the Book of Prophecy, they would have sprung her trap. As she leaves, she continues her seemingly endless fucking ranting about how fucking awesome and amazing that Satsuki is, and how that he will become God according to her, and that the Holy War ends today because of that. Whatever. We then cut to a captured Tsukimiya who has both of her arms bound behind her back so that she can't use her half-blood abilities to escape. She's then confronted by Satsuki and asks him why she decided to capture her instead of kill her. Tsukimiya is also confronted by the Arkanda's executive Izumi, and then they begin to talk, of course. Satsuki explains that all he wants is a simple talk with her, and Tsukimiya is very weary, very understandably, and claims that all they want is the Book of Prophecy and the brand on her chest. Before they can answer her assumptions, she's also once again confronted by Hinata at the same time, of course, who once again says he wants to cooperate with her. And like the fucking retard she seems to be, she's probably going to accept it once again now, isn't she? Despite her very keen ability to sense lies. Probably so. Hinata then explains, completely contradicting what he said before, that he would like Tsukimiya to be a living sacrifice so that they can completely skip the Holy War and enter the gate straight to godhood. Then Hinata kisses Tsukimiya one last time, most likely. Excuse me. And that pretty much ends this chapter. Wow. So, yeah, a lot did happen in this chapter. So, how did I like it in the end? Well, probably my least favorite part about this chapter was yet another fucking contradiction. I mean, I think it's clear at this point that Tsukimiya probably won't accept his partnership again, unless he makes like a complete 180 later on in the series, which I doubt he will at this point. Which is good. I think she's finally starting to get a fucking brain in her skull. Alright, but I hate how these characters tend to like to contradict themselves a lot. Prime example, this chapter. Hinata first said he wants to join up with Tsukimiya, then immediately fucking afterwards, he says he wants her to be a living sacrifice. Make up your mind, dude, really. And I also don't like how Hinata tends to go from, in this manga in general, from good to evil to good to evil to good to evil. It's like, what the fuck is he after? That's my biggest question, and I really hope that within the next few chapters we'll figure that out. Because I'm completely fucking lost here, okay? I really am. So anyways, overall, it was a good chapter, though. I enjoyed reading it, and so, yeah. Anyways, I hope you... Let's say, yeah. Goddamn. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. And see you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.